Hello everyone. Today we're talking about Lucio. Lucio is a highly mobile AoE support. His role is to stick with his team and heal everyone around him or quickly move them to another location. Lucio switches between two sources of support notified by the color of his gun. When outlined in green, his aura gives a movement speed buff to him and the teammates around him. Then you can use his ability to switch to healing mode, where his orange aura slowly heals teammates instead. Being aura based, it's important for Lucio to stick to his team, especially the tank. Lucio's other ability is to boost his aura's strength for the next 3 seconds. This can be used for trying to out-heal the enemy team's damage or moving his team quickly to another position. Lucio always uses the boosted speed buff to get his team from the spawn to the objective. Just saves a bit of time when starting the game or after dying. His aura makes healing a lot easier compared to other healers, and the number of times his speed boost mode is needed in battle is very limited. Besides needing to move his team out of a Pharah or McCree ult, Lucio sticks to healing when fighting. Because his healing is passive, a lot of people love to use Lucio when starting out. It allows you to focus more on what's going on around you, so you can see who needs healing and is out of your reach, or you can help poke down the enemy team. Lucio's primary fire is a burst of 5 sound waves. They are somewhat large projectiles that you can spam from very far away for consistent harassment. His alt fire is a large cone wave that knocks back enemies. It's great for getting enemies away from your teammates or yourself. It's on a 4-second cooldown, so use it as much as needed, but make sure that one shot hits everyone you need it to. The most interesting thing about Lucio is his movement. Like Genji and Hanzo, Lucio has his own style of extra movement. His rollerblades give him the ability to ride walls in a horizontal arc, but you can jump off the wall and back to the wall to continue wall riding. This can keep you off the ground as you traverse, and in speed boost mode, makes you one of the hardest targets to hit next to Genji. Lucio's movement is the most unused part of his kit. Because it is unique to just Lucio, most people who play a lot of different characters are not used to his extra movement and don't remember to utilize it. I am the biggest culprit myself. But the people you see main Lucio pull off crazy plays by being able to wall ride while healing, spamming his weapon, and dodging the enemy team. Lucio's skill ceiling is incredible once you are practiced with using and switching between all of his abilities while being able to move from teammate to teammate and trade shots with the enemy safely. This is the main difference between Lucio and the other healers. He is able to stay safe while offensively trading hits and still be healing his team. Lucio is the middle balance between Mercy and Zenyatta that makes him a general favorite by most players on any map. Attacking and defending is generally the same for Lucio. Using your passive heal, stick to the front line. Your primary fire is very strong and can wear down any mid-range enemies. You can also harass long-range characters if you are careful. Using your speed, you can strafe back and forth randomly and spray your primary fire constantly. At least 1 or 2 shots of each burst will hit your target, so after a few hits they have to give up and retreat. Always be aware of where the enemy team is. Your knockback can stop close-up flanks or at least give your team better time to react and push the enemies back. If you don't see it coming, you will be their first target and that will greatly hinder your team for the next minute. On King of the Hill maps, this is a bit more frantic since everything is basically a flank. Lucio is the strongest healer on these maps just because everything about it forces clumped up team fights. You are always healing 2 to 4 teammates and they are there to keep you alive as you contest the point. Knock back scarier targets like tanks and control heroes as much as possible and fire your gun whenever you can. You'll pretty much hit something every time, and if you can get a lock on a non-moving target, the damage is deadly. And finally, when your ultimate is up, it's great for winning teamfights by nullifying enemy ults. Lucio's ultimate is a large AoE buff to his team. All allies gain a bonus 500 shield that decays over the next 6 seconds. Since everyone is shielded, you should always switch to speed mode and maybe amplify it while you're at it. This is great for a fast and deadly push for capturing a point or a way to counter an enemy push. The shield can protect your team from a Pharah or Soldier 76 ultimate, while your speed boost will help them reposition to correctly fight back. Then it's back to healing and poking. Counters to Lucio are snipers and control heroes. Snipers will always be looking to take you out as the healer. Keep an eye out for where they're camped and stay out of their view as much as possible. If not, find objects or tanks to hide behind. This is where pillars and payloads are your best friend for just barely staying out of sight while still healing everyone. Control heroes will always be on your case. McCree and Roadhog both have their one-shot combos. For McCree, try to knock him back before he stuns you. Even if he gets his flashbang off, he's still too far away to get full use out of his hammer shot. Then switch to speed boost and get away before he does get close enough. Roadhog is unavoidable if he grabs you, so just use your speed and wall riding to make yourself a harder target to hit and find teammates to hide behind so you can get back to healing. Mei completely counters your speed, and then she just finishes you off once you're frozen. Knock her back as soon as you see her, and hopefully you can speed away if she hasn't slowed you down too much already. It's a spray, so all of your movement tricks won't help you there if you begin to get slowed. And there's the point I try to make to all supports. You are one of the biggest targets in the game. As important as it is that you stay alive to heal your team, the enemy has just an important target on your head. So don't get too frustrated if you feel you're easily focused down. In pub games, sometimes your team can't keep up a strong defense or offense, and the enemy team can quickly get to you in droves. Supporting is very disheartening and the hardest role to carry a team with. If you are dying more than you'd like, do the best you can to stay safe, but always put your team first and heal as much as possible. It's why they gave us such strong ultimates, for that one push or defense that could decide the game. But in the end, it's just a game, and you can try again with a new team as soon as you finish trudging through this one. If you have a Lucio on your team, stick with the standard team composition, but keep in mind that you will always be healed when around him. Mid-range damage dealers like Soldier 76, Junkrat, and Mei can dish out a lot more damage if they have constant heals. And having a control hero like Mei or McCree next to Lucio to keep him protected will help him out a lot. Then just make sure there are people on your team taking out their snipers. If not, pick a sniper yourself and get it done. That's it for Lucio. I hope this helps you decide when to pick Lucio or how to help Lucio on your team. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe for updates on future hero tips and share this with your friends or anyone you think might be interested. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.